And we are back. Tier list time. Week 1 of the XFL season. This week is not going to matter whatsoever, in my opinion, because I don't know anything about these teams. A lot of the players I've never heard of. And a lot of players had a brief stint in the NFL, but didn't last very long. They didn't do very much. So, I'm essentially just going to go off of my predictions, and then, I'm just going to side 1 through 4 and 5 through 8, and then we're going to come back next week with an actual one where, I have proof. So starting out at 8, you can see I have the DC Defenders. I have them losing. And yeah, that's about it. I don't know. I just don't like their logo. I feel like that's going to be a sign that they're not going to do very well. At number 7, we have the Vegas Vipers. This team is a new team, so I'm not expecting them to do very well. I feel like they're going to be new to the environment, whereas the other teams are going to already have fan bases, and, these teams not going to have as many. So I feel like fan base is going to affect a lot for these new teams. Number 6, we have the Brahmas, another new team. I feel like same thing goes. Fan base. I don't know how big it is. I don't think it's going to be as big as other fan bases since they've already had, a year to develop. When the XFL was very successful. Now, they're trying to run it back. Let's see. And I feel like the Brahmas are ultimately going to fail because of fan base. 5, we have the Roughnecks. Here's the issue here, is I believe they were like the best team when the XFL was a thing. I know they had PJ Walker, who was like the XFL MVP or something. And I think that's going to be a huge factor. I think they might not have as good as a game as other teams. And I do think they're going to lose their first game. But they have a fan base. Because of how good they did last year, all the bandwagon fans are going to be with the Roughnecks. At number 4, we have the Orlando Guardians. Once again, a new team, but I do think this new team is going to win their first game. So, good for them, and I think that's enough to put them in the top 4 because the top 4 and bottom 4 are, for week 1 at least, this first one is going to be the winners and losers. This is before anything happened, so it's not really fair for me to rank them. Number 3, the Battlehawks, my favorite team. I personally think they're going to win their game. I don't think it's going to be enough to put them at 2 or 1, but I do think they're going to win, and that's all that matters. At number 2, we have the Sea Dragons. I know this is an old team. Well, in a way, they just changed their name from Dragons to Sea Dragons. I don't know what the point of that was, but hey. But yeah, I think this is going to be a very, very interesting team. Number 1, we have the Renegades. I believe this might be an old team. I'm not sure. But once again, Dallas, I feel like one of the biggest... No, this is Arlington, I believe, actually, not Dallas. What am I saying? Still, I believe Arlington is in Texas, and I feel like a lot of the Dallas fans are going to pick this team. And yeah, I think that's going to be a huge boost in, energy for the Renegades in order to, do what they do. Once again, first time, this is going to be a bit of an awkward video. But I didn't watch the XFL in its first season. I watched highlights, but that was about it. I don't think there's many returning players that I couldn't think of that, had a big standout, because I believe the majority of those guys are in the NFL. So yeah, I will see you guys next time with the predictions tomorrow, which is going to be the same thing. It's going to kind of just be me randomly picking a team, and yeah. But then, don't worry, come after week 1 to week 2 ones, I'll be good to go. Hope you enjoyed. See you next time. Goodbye.